Alright folks, John Rush, Drive Radio. Long review of the 2015 Honda Fit. My son did the short review. You can see that in the sidebar. Just click on it if you want a shorter review and you don't want to go through all the long version of this. But this is the long version of our review, 2015 Honda Fit. This car has a window sticker with no price. I looked it up online. This car is around 18,000 and some change, so it's in the mid. It's in the between 15 and 20, right in that line. So under 20,000, but over 15. This car, the basic model, does start out at 15,000. This is the mid-level of this car. So this is I believe is the EX version, and it's in the mid-level and is right around that $18,000 price. Great car. We average 41 miles to the gallon. Manual transmission in this car. This car, some people are going to hate the looks. Some are going to love the looks. Even this color. I got comments on people hating the color. Other people love the color. This car is meant to be driven by the younger. I shouldn't say that. It's probably targeted towards the younger generation, like my son. But the reality is, people my age, if they're looking for something just to tool around in, get from point A to point B, buy that car for under, $20,000, get 41 miles to the gallon. Anybody out there is a target for this particular car. Now, every car has demographics. I'm guessing it's lined out for that younger generation. You can tell by the TV ads that are out right now what it's designed for. But we'll get into the driving portion in the interior in just a moment. 2015 Honda Fit. We'll take a little walk around and look at it. Nice wheel package that they put on this car. Again, a lot of the styling in it, my son and I were talking, really I think is designed more to cut the wind, get the fuel economy up, and still have some looks in it all at the same time. It's got a lot of cargo room inside. You don't feel cramped driving this car. It actually works extremely well. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna go take a ride. We'll drive it, we'll come back, we'll do the interior just like we typically do. We'll show you some of the great features that this car has, but keep watching, we'll be right back. All right folks, hope you enjoyed the intro to our review. We're gonna do the driving portion now. Some really cool features that this car has. I'm gonna try to get where we're not in the shadows here real quick to kind of show you a couple of these things so it's actually easier to see. Let me get the sun out of our way here if I can, that's better. All right, look at the screen here, Richard. Shine on the screen. As I go to reverse, it actually does show you which direction we're going to be backing up into, which is kind of a cool feature. It also has another cool thing. So if I'm just driving normally and I hit a button on the turn signal lever, it will show you what's on the right-hand side of the car. So as I actually take off here and start to drive, it'll actually show you what's on the right-hand side. That's kind of a cool feature if you're trying to figure out where the curb's at or if you're merging into traffic. By the way, if you automatically, when you put your turn signal on, this will automatically come on and tell you what's next to you, kind of as a blind spot prevention, if you would. So I can click that back off. But if I, for example, if I turn the turn signal on to say I'm going to go turn right or turn left, for example, it should actually come on.
Right.
Oh, sorry, only on the right turns. Richard just told me. So there we go. On the right turns it does that. I apologize. Especially how much I pay attention to the screen when I'm driving. I don't pay that much attention to it. But at any rate, nice blind spot indicator. I can turn that back off. This car, really, even for the money of it is, $18,000. Richard talked about in the short review how, you got to compare every vehicle, look at the money. Some of you are going to criticize, the Fit for, being a subcompact, whatever. But you know what? Look at the money. Look at that side of the fence. Is it a car you could buy and drive on a daily basis? Yeah, I did. I actually enjoyed driving it the entire time. Is it as smooth as some of the other cars we've driven? No, it's a subcompact. It's not going to be smooth. Is it as quiet as the other cars we've driven? No, it's a subcompact. It's not meant to be. It's $18,000. Again, you have to compare each thing in light of what it actually costs and do your comparisons that way. But all in all, compared to other vehicles in its class, does it compare very well? Absolutely. This car is a home run as far as that goes. Cargo capacity in the back, home run. Leg room, even in the front here, home run. My wife even commented that, this car is really not all that bad, considering that the cost of it. This is a car, especially a first couple, young couple, driving this car, owning this car. It's a fantastic buy for the money. Richard talked about that in his short review. That's kind of the market that it's designed for. And again, great car. Continue to watch us. We're going to go through a full section or full review of the interior of the car, where you can actually see inside, look at the cargo capacity, etc. But 2015 Honda Fit, would I buy this car? What would I give it? For its class and what it does, I'd give it 5 stars. The car works fantastic, drives well, runs well, gets up well in traffic. Is it a joy to drive? Well, that's probably not the right way to say it. Is it functional and does it do what it says it's going to do? Absolutely. So we'll go on to the interior next. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the driving portion of the review. Here is the interior. And as we talked about in the early walk around of the video, lots of room inside this car. And you can just tell by looking. There is a privacy shield as an option you could put in here, a very short one. We went ahead and laid that seat down just to show you what it looks like with the seats down. There's lots of room back here, lots of cargo space. You see that on the commercials. They can put a lot of different things in and out of this vehicle, and that's why. I'm going to real quick just fold the seat back up and show you what kind of interior space there is over on this side. It's really a simple matter of just doing that, pushing that up. This seat, again, we always do this. We put the seat back, and you can tell I got plenty of legroom back here. This car is easy to get in and out of. I can adjust the headrest to fit me like I want to. Pocket over here, or a cup holder I should say over here. Storage compartment behind the seats. This car's got plenty of room for 4 adults. You put 5 back here. There is a seat built here for it, but that's going to be a little bit tight. I would recommend 4 people back here. But those of you that have small kids, baby seats, etc., there's plenty of room back here. Those of you that have those seats know what I'm talking about. They take up as much room as a full-size adult does. For me sitting here, a car seat would take up the same space. This seat's all the way back. You've got plenty of room to have a child back here in a car seat. So that part of it works out great. Richard, you hop in that front seat, and I'll go ahead and jump around to the other front. Alright, so folks, you can see from the inside here, nice little spot here where I can put my cell phone actually. Cup holders here. There's actually a cup holder, Richard, if you can get this in the camera, which actually works out really well. Up over here on the left, it folds in and out, and you can put actually a decent sized cup in it. Controls on the steering wheel, which we talked about in the driving portion, but all of the controls are here. It's actually just a very simply laid out car. There's not a lot of frills, not a lot of bells and whistles in here. One thing I did like, which I noticed, which a lot of cars don't do anymore, this has a manual, what we call a blend door to go in, I shouldn't say blend door, but to do outside air versus inside air, recirculating air versus outside air. This is actually a manual door. I can hear it moving as I click that. Actually, it's less things to actually break, having less electronics. So looking down the road, as all of you know, Honda builds a very reliable, long-lasting vehicle. They wouldn't put their stamp of approval on this car if they didn't think it would run 300,000 miles plus. So this is a car for $18,000 you can buy and drive for a very long time. But like we always say, please get out, drive this car, compare it to the other cars that are in its market. This is going to be a leader, I believe, in the subcompact market just because of the mileage at 42 miles to the gallon. Think about it this way. The Prius we just reviewed the other day, we got a little over 50 miles to the gallon in. Looks similar to this car, but it cost almost twice as much as this car does at the $15,000 mark. That Prius is right around $30,000. So you could buy 2 fits for one Prius and only sacrifice 10 miles to the gallon, just as a comparison for you. That's how you need to kind of look at it. But again, go out and drive the car, go to your local Honda dealer, check it out, test drive it, see what you think that way if you're in that market. Also listen to us on Saturdays, Drive Radio. We're on AM 560. You can find us here on the very first station on the dial here in the Denver market. Find us on the TuneIn app also, or you can find us on our website, drive-radio.com. We live stream all of our radio shows on the website every Saturday, so you can actually watch us from a distance. And you can also check out all the other reviews that we've got here on YouTube. Drive Radio, all one word. Please subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends and family. Keep watching. We'll have more reviews here in the future. Thanks again. Keep watching. John Rush, Richard Rush, Drive Radio.